Hey everyone, Pupsker here, and today in Warframe, I wanted to talk about Baro Ki'Teer. It's a Friday, every 2 weeks, Baro Ki'Teer comes to the game. If you don't know what Baro Ki'Teer is, I'll show you, but to quickly tell you, he is a reoccurring merchant, comes to the game every 2 weeks on Friday at, I think, 9 a.m. ET for 2 days. Ya boy contains prime mods, unique weapons, pretty much, well, somewhat unique. You can usually farm them some other way. Some armor stuff and cosmetics. If you play Destiny 2, he is essentially Xur. And if you play any other type of game, he's just a reoccurring weekly, 2-week merchant that shows up with loot. And the thing about Baro Ki'Teer is a god in Warframe. My dude contains some of the best prime mods and some insane weapons, and he can bring you so much good loot, especially because the game has been going on for like 10, 11 years now, right? So your boy has loot. Oh boy, does he have loot. And since he has some of the best loot in the game, means you're going to want to log in every 2 weeks and buy it from him. The thing about that is, it is amazing for new players. Baro Ki'Teer is like top tier, 10 out of 10 for new players. He shows up at a random relay in game. Look at him, such a dapper gentleman. He doesn't even have a pipe to smoke, but you know he would if he had it. He might actually have one in game as a cosmetic, I can't remember, but there are pipes. But Baro Ki'Teer, right? He will always have good loot and new loot, but the issue is for endgame players, the loot is absolutely worthless generally. He is a amazing merchant, okay? For beginning and mid-game players. A lot of the prime mods are the best that they can be for what you want. Like, oh, one of the best crit mods for crit damage, right? Best electricity outright damage, other than stuff like arcanes, right? And some other more niche mods here and there. But man, look at the loot that he has this week. He has a sigil, and that is his new item, okay? Just a Lotus sigil that you can't really see on my Protea, because she has a chest piece on. Or, oh wait, no, maybe you can see it, but it's just like so hard to see on my setup. Either way, that is the new item, so whew. But if you're more of a mid or early game player, he has amazing items. Ignis Wraith is an amazing weapon, but you can probably buy it from your clan because it is also buildable / obtainable in your clan, so you should join a clan. But it is an amazing weapon that was really hard to get and a pain in the butt for certain reasons for so many years. Other than that, just like a ton of cosmetics. If you want to do meta damage, most damage to Orokin, there's a straight up new Orokin damage multiplier. Not new, it would be new if you're like a mid or early game player. But, you know, it is just, if you want to build for max damage, kill Orokin, there you go, stuff like that. An amazing gun, Vastalok, I think it's very lovely at armor stripping, high slash damage, good status, weak crit, but oh well. It's a really good weapon, so really nice stuff there. You have a Arcwing weapon, which is really good. Like, dual Decurions, really high crit, overall decent damage. It's a mixture of impact, slash, and puncture. And it even has good status, right? So, yeah, not bad, not bad. Random cosmetics, Scorch is a really good mod. I think you can obtain it outside of Baro Ki'Teer, but if it's easier, and it usually is, to just get it at Baro Ki'Teer, good, really nice, strong mod right here. And you have Primed Ravage. Again, like I was saying, one of the best, stronger, nicer shotgun type mods if you're going for crit and just damage. And to be fair, usually you are going to be going for some crit and damage, right? So it's nice. And then, strong as possible, some of the strongest possible mods for damage is electricity. Mwah, love it. But that's where it comes in. This is a Sands of Inaros blueprint. It's how you obtain the Warframe Inaros and cosmetic ephemeras, right? Has a little grav lifter, right? It has cute cosmetics if you want to decorate your house, decorate your dormizone, your spaceship, any of your stuff. I say house, dormizone, you know, your spaceship, the drifter camp. There's so many things you can decorate if you like decorating, but that's like kind of its own thing, right? Like decoration, maybe you like it, maybe you don't. A lot of people couldn't care less. Yeah, couldn't care less. Poor Tenno, no home, rip rip. So that's the thing about Baro. Lovely stuff, but if you've played the game for a long time, it just doesn't really have anything, right? All of these items you've probably obtained, you've gotten the items you need, etc. and so forth. And Baro also has a purchasable real-life money option where every year at TennoCon you can purchase 1 week of Baro Ki'Teer TennoCon access, where he sells every single item he has ever sold. You just have to buy the TennoCon digital pass, you get some loot, some platinum, not a ton, but you know, some items I think. Either way, you can also just go that way. You do still have to, no matter what, in-game, farm up all the credits to purchase everything, as well as the ducats, because those are the currency for Baro. Ducats, if you just don't know, it is a currency that can be exchanged via primes. You go to these ducat kiosks, you feed them these beautiful prime parts, and those beautiful prime parts turn into ducats. If you could somehow sell every single one of these at a time, I would have an insane amount. Other people have farmed this game much harder than I have, don't get me wrong. So other people have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of ducats for fun. And the most you can get out of a ducat or a prime part is 100 ducats at a time, okay? Ducats, ducats, call it what you will, doesn't really matter, right? And oh god, so it is one of the primary forces early game to grind out a ton of loot, ton of primes, get mastery rank, level up those weapons, but once you start getting all of them, you just sell it to Baro Ki'Teer to get some of the best random prime mods, cosmetics, other weapons, sometimes harder to obtain mods, unique mods, weapons. It is how you obtained the, oh god, I think it was the Gotva rifle after it was obtainable in-game, or through an event, sorry. So most likely in the future of Warframe, a gun called the AX-52 will also release at Baro. This was a unique gun that was only obtainable from a TennoCon by watching it. So he's still like a good merchant, but the amount of times a new item is released in Baro Ki'Teer that an endgame player would want is maybe 5 times a year. Sometimes they'll give Baro Ki'Teer a new weapon, okay? Sometimes they'll give him a new prime mod, but the amount of prime mods that get released that are new every year in Warframe is probably like 3 to 5, probably less than that on average, past the first handful of years, to be fair. I just think in the past year we got like 3. So it's a very unfortunate circumstance of the design of Baro Ki'Teer, where you gotta farm up a lot of the game. He comes around every 2 weeks, and then after a year, he's pretty much useless to you. But that is the early game experience, mid-game experience of Warframe. It is a mechanic to get you to log into the game, same as Xur and Destiny 2, every 2 weeks. Make sure that you have the new things, make sure you buy it, sell it. It is a good merchant, and he is a very lovely dude who has nice loot, but yeah, once you get past the first year, he's just like another dude, right? He's just another guy, and he kind of loses his purpose. That's why it would be nice if more often in-game they would give him boosters, because Baro Ki'Teer once in a while will sell a sort of XP affinity booster. I think usually it's a 3-day booster. He'll sell an affinity booster or a credit booster usually. So, hey, that's pretty good. But other than that, getting new loot once in a blue moon, he's pretty trashy for endgame players, but that's okay because he is more of a mid-early game. I just wish he would have more stuff for endgame players, but that's very hard to design. Warframe's already a game where the endgame of the game is just the same as the mid-game. So Warframe doesn't really have endgame because it just kind of is more game, but nothing really changes. It's just endgame Warframe is farm for more stuff and build for more stuff if you want. You can try it out on bosses, but there's no real purpose, and you can try it out in-game and like other things, but yeah, it's mainly a sandbox, beat 'em up, horde shooter after all. Love it, hate it. Yeah, I'm kind of curious what y'all think about it. Either way, Baro Ki'Teer is pretty goated, 10 out of 10. If you're like new, early mid-game But if you're more of a late game player, he's just a cool dude here to deliciously steal all your ducats and credits for some goofy ass shit and sometimes new stuff. So yeah, let me know if you love or hate Baro Ki'Teer. I didn't want to bother making a video today going over Baro Ki'Teer because I don't really care right now. I'm doing other stuff, but I still wanted to talk about Baro Ki'Teer. So yeah, let me know what you think about ya boy. And yeah, more videos to come. Lotus Eaters August 21st, so that's pretty good. If you want to support the channel, you can subscribe, like, comment down below, check out any of the random social medias. I'm Pupsker mostly on most of the socials. Or you can use the Epic Games creator code Pupsker if you play Fortnite, Warframe, or anything on the Epic Games Store. It helps out as I am an Epic partner, so I get some money if you ever buy anything. Either way, I do appreciate everyone. Thank you, and we will continue on with videos, streams, etc., so on and so forth as time goes on. Yeah, cheers.